talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BoxWithG5JeffTV. That's BOXWIT G5Jeff TV. And if you guys don't mind, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. One of the best young fighters in the world, Gervonta Tank Davis, is fighting Jesus Cuellar April 21st, 2018, Barclays Center, New York City. And it's going to be on the undercard of the Adrian Broner versus Jesse Vargas fight. And it's funny because nobody's actually talking about this fight in terms of Jesus Cuellar and whether he can give Gervonta Davis any trouble, or is Tank going to win? How is he going to win? What round? Like, you're not hearing about any of that. All you're hearing about is all of the things that Gervonta Tank Davis is going through outside of the ring. Outside of him actually putting gloves on and fighting. Give you a little backdrop. Tank Davis, he left his longtime trainer, since he was a kid, and he's moved on to train with Kevin Cunningham. And it seems like the move is basically to get out of Baltimore. And Baltimore, I'm from Philly, Philadelphia, PA. He's from Baltimore, Maryland, and Baltimore is not far. It's not far at all from me. So I feel like Baltimore, Maryland, and Philadelphia, PA has the same pulse. Like, we're the same people. You know, grimy, gritty, gutter, you know what I'm saying? But we raw, authentic, we real. And I know Floyd Mayweather has wanted Gervonta Tank Davis to get out of Baltimore for a long time, and he was trying to get him to go to Vegas, and Tank wanted to stay in Baltimore, and they had a little rift a while ago about that. And you know, Tank Davis said a couple of things on social media about it when he thought he was getting shelved by Floyd Money Mayweather. And it seemed like the change of trainers was basically to get him out of Baltimore and to get him into Florida, get him into a different atmosphere. And only time will tell whether that's going to be a good move or not. Now, we're talking his new trainer, Kevin Cunningham. He's proven. He's proven. I'm not here to question Kevin Cunningham, but there's the relationship between a boxer and a trainer. It comes with time. And then just because you're a great trainer doesn't mean you're a great trainer to every boxer. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a great fighter, that doesn't mean that you can fight the same way with every single trainer. So it has to be a match. It has to be two shapes that fits. It can't be, a square shape trying to fit into a round hole. Like it doesn't work like that. So only time will tell how Kevin Cunningham and Gervonta Tank Davis actually works out. But it was a curious move from a boxing standpoint because, of course, there's improvement that's needed from Gervonta Tank Davis. But he's very accomplished at a young age, 22, 23 years old. And I'm curious to see what Kevin Cunningham can do for him technically as a boxer. Because, me looking at Gervonta Tank Davis, there are some things that he can work on. Technically, there's definitely some things that he could work on. But, really, Gervonta Davis, I think this fight, April 21st, is going to be more of a mental battle than a physical battle. And I'm going to explain why. There was reports that came out that, well, not even reports. Floyd Mayweather flat out said it, that he was putting Tank Davis up against Vasyl Lomachenko next. So that was news. And then Bob Arum and Top Rank actually confirmed it and said, hey, Floyd Mayweather called us about that fight. And that was headlining news basically because Mayweather Promotions, TMC, they made it perfectly clear they didn't want that fight for Tank Davis. Like, not right now. Just wasn't a good look. And then all of a sudden, Floyd Mayweather was like, no, that's going down next. And part of that has to do with Gervonta Tank Davis training with Adrian Broner, Kevin Cunningham, and the fact that he's not in Vegas with TMT. And Broner has had problems with Floyd Mayweather. Seemed like Gervonta Tank Davis has had problems with Floyd Mayweather. And I think with Floyd saying he was going to fight Lomachenko next, like, I think that's just Floyd. Floyd seems like, and I don't know Floyd. But just from the outside looking in, he seems like the type that he has to have the last laugh. Like, he has to have the last laugh no matter what. No matter what the situation is. Like, I mean, hell, even take the Floyd Mayweather T.I. situation. He had to have the last laugh with that. Floyd Mayweather, he had to have, Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner, he had to have the last laugh with that. Seems like with this Gervonta Tank Davis situation, he had to have the last laugh with that. And it's you got other guys on a lower scale, like take a Mickey Bay, for instance, like he had to have the last laugh with that. Like, that's just, it seemed like that's just a part of Floyd Mayweather's DNA. So when I heard he was going to put Gervonta Tank Davis up against Vasyl Lomachenko next, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, well, Tank Davis must have irritated him, so he's trying to get him back in line. And number two, I'm like, who said Vasyl Lomachenko is getting past his next fight? I had to throw that in there. I'm messing with y'all, but I'll talk about that at another time. But, Gervonta Tank Davis has to go through that. He's kind of in the middle between the Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner situation. He's not in Baltimore anymore. He's around a new team. And also, this fight is at 130 pounds. He has to make 130. And it doesn't matter if people get frustrated that you mention a guy's weight. But when you have several situations where you have issues with weight, people are going to bring up weight. Prior practice, past history. It is what it is. So I'm curious to see Gervonta Davis' mental game, his mental aspect. And you can tell how a person is mentally, especially a boxer, by how they perform and how they look when they perform. Like, this is not about Jesus Cuellar at all. Like, I expect for Tank to go in there and show up and show out if he's mentally right. But for him to be 22, 23 years old and have that much on his plate as a young man, it's going to be curious to see how he responds to a little bit of adversity, a little bit of pressure, and just, the daily just ups and downs of being a future superstar. And no better for him to be next to a guy that is actually going through that and have had the pitfalls. And that's Adrian the Problem Broner. Adrian the Problem Broner was supposed to be that next guy, according to a lot of people. He was supposed to have been that next guy, and he had pitfalls. And most of his pitfalls was outside of the ring, which led to troubles inside of the ring. And then we had to find out that Adrian Broner, the difference between him and Floyd is that Floyd is a generational talent to where you can put him up against anybody. You can match him up against anybody. And we had to find out the hard way that you can't match up Adrian Broner with just anybody. He's not a generational talent. So even though some people may say, oh, well, Floyd Mayweather might be the greatest of all time. He's 50-0. Why wouldn't you want to be around the greatest of all time? You can also make a claim that you have a person in Adrian Broner, the one that brought Tank Davis into the business and actually introduced him to Floyd Mayweather. he's the one that can sit down with Gervonta Davis and say, hey, listen, I did this wrong. I did that wrong. I fell through this pitfall. You know what I'm saying? I fell through this ditch. You've seen how my career is going so far. Like, don't make the same mistakes I've made. You understand what I'm saying? And Floyd, in a sense, can't really say that. Like, he's 50-0. He's Mr. Perfect. Like, he's, according to him, he's God's gift to boxing. So it's certain conversations that Adrian Broner can have with Gervonta Tank Davis that Floyd Mayweather can't. And I think when Floyd Mayweather doesn't have control, I think it's a problem. And you can look throughout his career, and that's the case. I'm not throwing any shade at that man. It's just the case. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see Gervonta Tank Davis, April 21st, 2018. New trainer, new team, coming in, new expectations, brand new, fresh. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think of Gervonta Tank Davis. Y'all let me know how you think he's going to look April 21st. And all of the hoopla and all of the talk that's going on with Tank Davis. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.